I was gone for a week and now I'm back, and I've got 3 new comic books to talk about, so let's get started. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to episode 74 of Indie Comics Review. Can't believe it's been that long, but this is the first episode under our new title, under our new channel name, which is Indie Comics and Reviews. Every week I review 3 comic books, usually from recent weeks. This week is from this very week. They're all released on Wednesday. If this is the kind of content that you find interesting, then hit the like button and the subscribe button. So let's get started with the reviews. The first book is going to be House of Slaughter, and that is on Boom Studios. It is written by James Tynion, and also script written by Tate Bromble, and illustrated by Chris Sheehan. So the episode begins, or I should say the story begins, with Aaron on a hunt. And he's reflecting on his early times, of his early days of training before he earned his teeth. The white masks are known for being assholes, but one in particular, in this case, Helen, was being especially cruel to him. Jessica, in her protective, motherly way, has always looked out for him, mentoring him on how to prepare to become a functional member of the House of Slaughter, and basically not to get killed. After a not-so-good training session, where he would have been killed had it been the real thing, Aaron gets a visit from Jessica bearing cake. Turns out the reason she is trying to soften him up is because the fact that he's about to get a new roommate. And this is not just another initiate. This one is the kid from Louisiana named Jace Boucher. And this guy comes in with a lot of confidence and has an aura of darkness about him. In typical SIKTC fashion, this issue doesn't tip his hand as far as giving much away, but it does not disappoint. I was among those who were informed this week that even though I ordered my Something's Killing the Children slipcase edition back in mid-June, June 14th or something like that, I would not be getting that book. So there's that, but I'm not bitter. Anyway, since the main book is on hiatus until March of next year, we're going to have to get our Order of St. George fix from somewhere. And I think this book is going to fill that need pretty well. There was much hype around this title, so it's not going to catch anybody by surprise the way the flagship book did. The print run is probably through the roof, despite all the alleged paper shortages going on now. Everybody and their brother has made a variant of this book, so I doubt if the value will be high on the secondary market at all. That said, I can't wait to read the next issue of this book. It's written by one of the best writers in the business, and I'm fully on board for it. The next book is Nita Hawes' Nightmare Blog #1. That is on Image, and it's written by Rodney Barnes and illustrated by Jason Sean Alexander. Nita Hawes is a professor at Morgan State University. She teaches parapsychology. She also seems to be sensitive and aware of the paranormal. Nita lives in Baltimore, Maryland, or as they used to say on The Wire, Bodymore, Murderland. They kind of give a nod to that in the book. And she has some connection to to all the supernatural activity in Philadelphia, since her ex, Jimmy Sangster, was a character in Philadelphia, is from there. But Nita has her own story. She has a lot of tragedy in her life, including her parents and younger brother being killed. She's still guilt-ridden by the loss of her brother, and she's visited often by his spirit. Nita also operates a blog that deals with the supernatural. There are demons loose in the streets of Baltimore. There's been a grisly murder, several grisly murders actually, and the cops want to blame it on street gangs like MS-13. But last I checked, they don't eat people. And a person who works at a nursing home decides to contact Nita on her blog looking for help. And hopefully for him, it won't be too late. So this book is a spin-off of Philadelphia, which I wish I had read from the start. I have to go back and get trades of that so I can catch up on it. And I've heard nothing but good things about that title. That said, this story is written in a totally realistic way, and it doesn't seem forced at all. It's like you're looking in on these people's world. It's real gritty and really realistic. There's no problem accepting the whole paranormal or supernatural thing because the writing is so spot on. The art's great, and it also has a gritty realism that matches the story. I had to wait an extra week to get this book, but it's totally worth the wait. Count me in on Nita Hawes's Nightmare blog. The last book is Cross to Bear, #1. This is on Aftershock, and it's written by Marko Stojankovic and illustrated by Sinisa Bankovic. I knew I was going to mess it up. Sinisa Bankovic. So it's Boston, 1889. And this main character, Simon, he's come to America on a mission. He's a member of a secret organization known as the Order. They go back many centuries, and like their name implies, they believe there is a certain order to keep, and their job is to keep it. After reflecting on how his last mission went sideways, Simon inquires of a local cop as to how to get out west to Tombstone. It appears his target may be in that lawless town. Upon arriving in Tombstone, it's not long before he runs into some action in a bar fight. But the person involved in the fight, who was terribly outnumbered until Simon's arrival, was none other than Simon's brother and fellow member of the Order, Edgar. Edgar has fled the Order in order to make a new life for himself in this strange land. But his brother has come to lure him back in as he hunts for Jack the Ripper. There's a lot of good fiction out there about Jack the Ripper. Alan Moore's From Hell at the top of my list I can think of as one of my favorites. It's just one of those subjects that I always find interesting. It's mostly because since he is actually an historical figure, a real person, and he's a character as well because he was never caught and brought to justice. So that opens up a whole wormhole of just speculation and possibilities about this character. At first I thought, why would the Ripper want to live in the Old West, of all places, But then, if you think about it, then why not? It's a wild, raw environment, and you will likely find a lot of fresh victims in this new place where you could potentially move. Reading this book, it reminded me of the Picture of Everything Else, the Dorian Gray mashup that Vault was doing a while back. It came out blazing, and now it just hasn't been heard from in months. This is something that really affects a lot of indie books. The artists fall behind, or they lose funding, or there's so many things that can happen when you're not backed by the big two. I really hope that Cross to Bear does not fall into this category, because it would really be a real shame, because it's kind of off to a good start. I'm probably going to give it another look in issue #2 for sure. So that's all for this week from Indie Comics Review. As far as the next week goes, looks like there's going to be some decent books coming next week as well. So off the top of the list, I can think of Knighted. That I think is coming from Aftershock Comics, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's New Burn, which is Chip Zdarsky's joint. It's going to be about this detective that's, I believe, on Image Comics. So looking forward to those. And I want to mention too, I just my new channel, which is Alternative City Stories, which has my drawing videos on it, and I'll be doing more storytelling and more freeform videos of animation and things like that. I'll leave a link below if you might want to check that out. It's just getting started, but I hope you like it. So until next time, thanks for stopping by. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn notifications on so you know when I'm making another video. So until next time, see you guys in the funny papers. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up.